What's happening, everybody? Bill Einelli checking in from Einelli & Associates Real Estate for the April video cast. A lot on the table right now. I want to get to it quickly. Might be talking fast. I don't want to keep you too long, but there is some big activity happening in the Valley, some big news. I want to hit all of the bullet points right now. The market is going up in these outlying areas, especially Buckeye, Goodyear, Avondale, Surprise, El Mirage, Queen Creek, Maricopa, Coolidge, anything in the outlying areas that was just decimated with foreclosures is rebounding big. I can't find 2 or 3 people, young people, first-time home buyers' houses. It's very frustrating. Anything from 60 to 120,000 out in those areas has at minimum 5 offers. Many of them are cash, many of them are investors, so it hurts the young guy, the young couple that's trying to get in there and purchase a house, because we're getting outbid. It's kind of signs of the boom all over again. Crazy. I'm not kidding. And here's why. The inventory is shrinking. Last year at this time, 30,230 listings. This year, 14,175, down 53% from last year. Keep that in mind. There's over 3 million people in this Valley of the Sun. There's 14,000 houses for sale right now. Sick. Crazy. Foreclosures are way down too. Notice of trustee sales, where people were losing their houses, is down 21%. Trustee sales, active trustee sales now that are going on every month, down 59%. What about this shadow inventory coming on? I don't know. People keep talking about, oh, this inventory is all pent up. The banks are going to unload 1,500 houses. I think it's going to come in drips and dribbles, but it's not going to be like this huge thing they're putting on the market. But we're not done with those, with the foreclosures that are coming back on the market that the banks have taken over. Here's some more good news. I usually don't have good news. Usually been doom and gloom the last few months. Here are the stats. Phoenix is up 13.8% in value from last year. Cave Creek, 11.2. Scottsdale, 4.9. Anthem, 4.7. Fountain Hills, 1.2. The upper end markets, Paradise Valley, down 6.3. Carefree, down 8.4. So you can see where the market is. The sweet spot in Phoenix and the outlying areas, well, the outlying area is 60 to 120. Phoenix, you get a nice house in these areas from 80 to about 175. That's the sweet spot. The 300 and up range is still lagging a little bit behind, but we're creeping up. Pretty amazing stuff. Couple programs that the media doesn't tell you the whole story about. Bank of America has launched a pilot program right now for homeowners that are having trouble making their payments and would like to just let their house go or give it back to Bank of America. They've worked out a deal where you can give them what's called a deed in lieu of foreclosures. Here's the keys or whatever. Here's the deed. We'll keep the keys. And Bank of America has agreed to rent it back to those people. Lease it back for 2 or 3 years. I think it's about a 3-year pilot program. Hey, that sounds great, doesn't it, for these Bank of America peoples that are hurting? Well, here's some stipulations that the media doesn't tell you. You have to be at least 60 days late. At least 60 days late. And there's only 1,000 properties they're going to do this with. It's open to the pilot program, Arizona, Nevada, and New York. 1,000 homes for 3 states. Good luck to you. They don't tell you that. They go, oh, Bank of America's launched a brand new program. So my phone rings and everyone else's phones and B of A's phones rings. The media just needs to say these little things. Oh, by the way, here's the stipulations. It's like the HUD Homes. I'm getting calls from the HUD Homes. They've initiated what's called a Good Neighbor program, which is a great program. Firefighter, policeman, school teacher are eligible to purchase a HUD home for 50% of the value. So if it's $100,000, they can purchase it for $50,000. HUD sticks a second on it for another $50,000. But if you live in the house 3 to 5 years, HUD waives that $50,000. You get the house half price. Great program. Unbelievable program. Okay? Well, here's the stipulations. It has to be near where you work or teach. The house. You know how many houses are available for this program in the entire Phoenix area? One. In Coolidge. Isn't that great? In Coolidge. So if you're on Bell Road or Scottsdale or Avondale, there's one. Media doesn't tell you that. They just say, HUD has a brand new program where you can buy a house, the Good Neighbor program, for 50%. People call, flood. That's pretty disappointing, isn't it? Here's the catch. There's one home right now in Phoenix, and it's in Coolidge. Unbelievable. So keep these in mind when you read these things and you go, wow, what a great program. One more big piece of information. The Debt Forgiveness Act that was created in 2007, which allowed homeowners to conduct a short sale or a foreclosure and not be liable for the tax forgiveness. In other words, if you owed $200,000 and you sold your house for $100,000, there's $100,000 of tax debt right there that the IRS can come and say, hey, we're going to tax that $100,000 because that's a forgiveness of debt there, and we're going to tax you at your tax rate. Actually, we're not going to forgive the debt. So if you had a 20% tax rate, you'd owe $20,000 on that 100 if you let your house go. Well, that was great. They didn't do any of that until it's expiring at the end of the year. So if you are having troubles or doing a short sale or letting your house go, you may want to do it before the end of the year to take advantage of the forgiveness of debt so you don't get a huge tax bill. Now, they are trying to work this out through the legislation, trying to increase this for another 2 or 3 years, but I don't know if it's going to happen. And that's really going to mess some people up that are letting their houses go or doing short sales. They're going to have a big tax bill. You don't want that happening. So that's why I wanted to get in touch with you. All these things are happening. Things are rocking and rolling in the valley. Get a hold of me at 602-463-9166. You can go to realestatematters.org. You can drop me an email, whatever. Call me. I'll be glad to help. Short sales, foreclosures, buying, selling. We're trying. We're trying to do the best we can in this crazy market. Right now, things look pretty good. So have a happy Easter. Try not to worry too much, and we'll talk to you next month.